This group of words is pre-K, up through grade 2, and the words here are measurement and data words. There's about 40 of them, and they're embedded in the Common Core standards, and these are words that typically come up in those grades. So I'm going to take you through these 40 motions for these words. First one is a meter. Now I usually go like this and I touch my nose like that because a meter is about this long. If you put your elbow out to here, that's more realistic for little kids. It usually goes from their elbow all the way out, and I usually get a meter stick out to show them. So I like my nose because when they used to measure yarn, this was a yard. But anyway, meter, and your fingers are out. Then yard. See how I curled my fingers in there? Because a yard is a little shorter than a meter. A yard is 36 inches. A meter is approximately 39 inches. So meter, yard, meter, yard, meter, yard. Often I say to kids, meter is a longer word, M-E-T-E-R. And yard is a shorter word, Y-A-R-D. So I get this idea that meter is a longer word than yard, and it's also a longer unit of measurement. Meter, meter, yard, meter, yard. Then I go down to foot. So I'm going back and forth between the units, but I'm trying to show how these units are related to each other. Later on, we could stay within one system and go from there, but meter, yard, foot, then I go 2 feet, 3 feet is a yard. 1 foot, 2 feet, 3 feet is a yard, meter, foot. From foot, you come down in here and you get, I grab 2 fingers and I kind of squeeze them like this. This is about an inch. For most children, 2 fingers is about close to an inch. So I say inch. Then I pull away a finger and I say ½ inch. Then squeeze it. When you squeeze it, you're getting a centimeter. So I say squeeze it, centimeter. A centimeter is a little smaller than ½ of an inch. So inch, ½ inch, squeeze it, centimeter. And then I go like this, millimeter. About the thickness of your fingernail, millimeter. So that covers the common metric units of length combined with some of the standard units of length for that. Next, after that, we go to the ones for weight. And I go like this, pound. It's pretty heavy, pound. Then I do this, kilogram. And I go like this, it's about 2 pounds. And this becomes a symbol for estimate or approximate. Pound, kilogram, it's about 2 pounds. You could shrug your shoulders. It's about 2 pounds. Pound, kilogram. Then you can get your ounces, and I usually go like this. 16 ounces is a pound. 16 ounces is a pound. So that kind of connecting the ounces. And then I usually go gram. Gram is really light, like a tip eraser. Gram. And then really light, milligram. 1,000 milligrams in a gram and 1,000 grams in a kilogram. So that covers the common units for weight or mass. The next group of words involves liquid volume, and I usually go like this. 2-liter Coke. 2-liter Coke. So this becomes a symbol for a 2-liter Coke, which most kids know about the 2-liter size Coke. If you want to say Pepsi or so, a 2-liter soda, so we don't have to mention the product name. If you go double that, that would be gallon. 2 liters, gallon, 2 liters. And then I usually come into here for 1 liter. And I usually go like that, 1 liter. It's about a quart, because a liter and a quart are about the same size, and it's probably about like this if you're thinking about a cylinder here. Again, if you bring in an actual liter and show them, and then connect the gesture to that actual representation for a liter or a quart of milk, that will again help plant the idea that when I do this, I'm talking about a liter or a quart. Once I get that, I usually go pint of root beer. And I imagine I'm one of those pint-sized mugs, blow off the foam, pint. Then I usually go down to a more dainty cup. And again, you start off showing them the cup of tea, cup, cup. And then I kind of just do a little slurp for ounce, ounce, ounce. And that would be the smallest one. If you want to go for milliliter, you'd be just like, milliliter would be like the tiniest amount, 1,000 milliliters in a liter. And that way you can connect those two. So that covers the common liquid measurements. So the liquid measurements, and we have the length measurements, and of course the ones for mass. I don't really get into temperature too much, but of course you could go temperature, right? And you could go Fahrenheit, you could make an F, and C for Celsius. Those aren't really introduced till a little bit later. But anyway, the next big group of symbols is time. So time, I like to act out the clock. And when I act out the clock, I usually turn my back to the class a little bit. You don't ever want to turn your back for too long, but it's my hour hand going here and my minute hand, and then I bring this down, 12 o'clock, and then I bring this 12:15, 12:20, 12:25, 12:30, and you can move your minute hand wherever you want to show them what time it is. And you could even come over here for 12:45, and you can move it just around like that. So that becomes the way to show the different times and practice telling time with your body. It's just again, the two hands turned sideways. So that covers time. The other big measurement thing would be months, because that's in the Common Core standards. I usually use my knuckles for the month. So I've got January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. I usually count across the knuckles and then into the gaps between them. The gaps have 30 days, and the knuckles have 31. Some kids know that. They try to learn the rhyme. Some kids can't learn the rhyme, so I like the knuckles. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August. You always bounce twice on the last one, September, October, November, December. So I cover the months that way. You might also have your calendar and talk about a week and a day, and you could break that down a little bit more if you wanted to. But those are some of the main ones for measuring time. The next group of signals, as I said, were money. This is the last real group for this. And I usually do money like this, money, you know, money. And then dollar, I do the S with a ch-ch, dollar bill. So money, dollar. And then I go like this, coin. Now again, this might look like a circle, but because we just introduced it by saying money, they know we're talking coin. Penny, and then I might do cents, penny, nickel, and then I'm going to go a dime. So like 2 nickels, a dime. And then finally a quarter. I think I go 25 cents is a quarter. So I try to get 5 of these flashes. 25 cents is a quarter. So again, I've got the coin symbol out and I'm flashing you 5, 10, 15, 20, quarter. So again, money, dollar sign, coin, 1 penny, the cent sign, and then you can go a dime. 25 cents is a quarter. I think that was 6 flashes, but you'll work that out. For data, I use tally mark like this. Tally mark, tally mark. And that becomes the international sign for making the tallies. Then I can do bar graph, you know, the bar graph with the title and maybe a little key down here. You could do a pictograph once you establish a bar graph. You'd have a little pictograph, and I use a little picture, and then again the key. And then spread out the data in a line plot. X, 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 a line plot. X, 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 a line plot. So those are some of the key measurement and data vocabulary that you need to do with your class.